So the idea for this video all came from a single Instagram clip. I saw this and I was hooked. I began going through all of Callan's work, and it was just one of those moments where you were just so inspired. I began to think, how can I take his art and incorporate it into my music? I obviously couldn't do this video alone, so I reached out to my good friend Jessica, who's an amazing artist, and I showed her the concept and asked her to be the art director for it. Funny thing is we had never done pendulum painting before. The first time we ever tried that art form is in the video. Just jumped right into the deep end. For drums, we obviously had to get creative because I can't be on my back and play drums. So we filled up water guns full of paint and cups of paint and just went wild once I started playing drums. There was one critical error during this shoot. We hit a camera with a lot of paint. Luckily, it was towards the end of the scene, so we cut real quick, went into crisis mode, and was able to clean it up and have no issues, but it was sketchy for a second. Now, the main shot of this video is a top down, where basically the camera is above me, I'm laying down, and it's a top down. But I didn't have the foresight to think we needed a top down rig, and so we improvised, and Natalie just stood on a ladder holding out a tripod. Power to her, because that's not easy, and she killed it. We did some shots with paint powder, which oddly enough was some of the hardest moments because it basically just turns to dust and made breathing really hard and would just get in your eyes, and it was really annoying to work with. But the shots were well worth it. Now in my head, this video was going to be super easy. I just had to lay down all day and get paint poured on me. However, laying down and not really moving for 7 hours was miserable. I was getting all these aches. It sucked. The moment you have all been waiting for. The final shot is a gallon of paint being poured directly on my face. And I came up with this shot pretty much in the moment. I just thought it would be a cool ending to the music video. And so, on the fly, I had to convince my crew to do it. And at the beginning, no one was convinced. Moments like this didn't help.
Is this paint toxic?
Yes. Did you hear that?
Is this paint toxic?
Yes. Yeah. We were dealing with just basic paint you bought from Home Depot for your house. This stuff was not food grade. It wasn't really necessarily safe. So my crew wanted no part of this. But I was determined. I had just laid down and gotten paint thrown in my eyes and face and mouth and ears and nose for like 6 or 7 hours. I wanted to go out with a bang. However, since initially everyone refused, we compromised and they filled up a bunch of cups with paint and they were going to dump those on my face. So we line up the shot and they miss. They got like the top of my head and my hair, but they didn't get my face. So I just told them, grab that gallon bucket and dump the entire thing. And that's what we did. I think this shot came out awesome. I couldn't be happier with the results. However, the after effects were pretty humorous. I was just covered in paint. It was all in my hair, all over my face. I couldn't see, and I even had this to say after.
It was seeping into my eye. Like, I couldn't hold my eye together tight enough. Like, the pressure was just like... Oh, man. It was rough. But all worth it. Cheers.